Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Newman Beings channel. My name is Jeff, and this is my vlog dedicated to conscious evolution. As you may have noticed, I did get a new camera. Notice the picture quality is not so crappy, so I'm kind of excited for that. But anyways, onto the video. Today I'm going to talk about the law of attraction. In particular, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we do unconsciously that actually hurt our own efforts to attract something into our life. And I'm going to offer a little bit of advice on how to overcome these things based on what seems to work for me. So this video is intended for those of you who may be somewhat new to using the law of attraction, or maybe you aren't that new to it, but you just aren't getting the results that you want. So let's start by reviewing the process as it's outlined in The Secret. So the first step is to ask. And another way to say this is to make a clear declaration of what you want. So you want to come to a really clear decision about what it is you're trying to attract, and then you declare it. You put it out there into the universe. The second step is to believe. And this basically means to actually believe that it is on its way. To have faith that the wheels of the universe are already put into motion to bring about the thing you're trying to attract. And the third step is to receive. And this basically means to be in the mindset and to have the feelings as if what you're trying to attract has already arrived. Sounds pretty simple, right? But based on my own experiences during my first few years of using the law of attraction, and based on conversations I've had with other people who are either new to using the law of attraction or just weren't able to use it effectively, it's in that final step that things can get tricky. After all, once you've come to a clear decision, just speaking it and putting it out there is, it's pretty easy. It takes a couple seconds. But after that, in the days, weeks, months, or whatever that follow, being consistent in your state of mind is not quite so easy. So let's take an example. Let's say you're not happy with the job that you have. It doesn't fulfill you anymore, and you don't feel like it pays you enough. So you decide that you're going to use the law of attraction to attract a new job that does pay more and that does make you feel more fulfilled. So you get clear about what you want, and you come to a clear decision, and you set the intention. You declare it out there to the universe. And initially, you feel great about it. You do believe that it is on its way. Then you may even spend 5-10 minutes every day doing visualization exercises. You get up in the morning and you visualize yourself at this new job, and you feel the feelings of what it would be like to be at this new job. Now that's all well and good, but we tend to forget throughout the day that the law of attraction is active 24/7. So what we're doing, thinking, and feeling for the rest of the 16 hours or so that we're awake may not be consistent with what we were thinking and feeling during that visualization. So you might spend 5-10 minutes every morning having those feelings and those positive thoughts, but then you might spend the rest of your day at the job that you dislike, and you spend most of your day sending out these negative feelings of, oh, I hate my job, and I'm so unhappy here, or I don't have enough money, etc., etc. And what you may not realize is, even though you don't like this job, but you feel positive about that job, the universe doesn't quite tell the difference. If you're working and your thought and your feeling is, I dislike my job, that's gonna contradict your positive feelings about the ideal job that you are trying to attract. And even if you don't dislike your current job that much, it's still possible to send negative or mixed feelings out into the universe. One thing to understand is that the law of attraction does respond not only to our conscious thoughts, but to our subconscious thoughts. And also, our subconscious thoughts tend to determine our conscious thoughts. Whenever we're not clearly thinking at a certain level of consciousness, our subconscious actually takes over. It's kind of like when you're driving. You don't have to think about your driving. You're pretty much driving from your subconscious because it's something you've done. You don't really have to think about it. You don't have to focus so much. Now, our subconscious is ingrained with years and years of programming. Since we were born, we spend, our whole lives we're having our subconscious conditioned to understand the world in a certain way, and the way we understand it is it has these certain limits, and the way that the world works is within these boundaries, and anything outside of those limits or those boundaries is impossible. Like, for example, getting something for nothing through magical invisible forces. Now, it's not the end of the world. The subconscious mind can be reprogrammed, but that's a whole nother animal, so I'll get to that in a subsequent video. For now, just know that even if you do believe in the law of attraction, even if you've accepted it as a truth, you're still going to have to deal with your old ingrained subconscious mental patterns and beliefs. And so what often happens is when you have a positive thought about what it is you're trying to attract, that thought can actually be met with adversity from your subconscious mind. And that's because your subconscious mind is ingrained with this sense of rationality and being realistic. And so this inner debate can ensue. For example, you may be thinking, okay, I already have this new job. It's already mine. How can I say that when I'm looking at this bill to fix my car and I can't even afford it? Or you may even win the little debate in your mind. I already have this job. It's already mine. The universe is bringing it to me right now. And why can't I afford this bill right here? Nope, no, you know what? No. I'm just gonna stay positive. Stay positive. I already have the job. It's on its way. Now that may seem good because ultimately you won the little debate in your mind. You kept the faith and you stayed positive. But you still actually sent out both positive and negative feelings or thoughts or signals to the universe in that instance. So in either case, whether you win or lose the little debate, you're still sending mixed signals. And what's more is you're sending out the signal, the message of inner conflict. And you may be doing this several times a day. Now, this won't necessarily halt what it is you're trying to attract, but it'll definitely put a damper on it. It'll definitely slow it down. As this happens and it slows down the attraction, more and more time goes on without it manifesting, and we lose faith and we lose confidence, which in turn slows it down more. So it's kind of like this downward spiral of I'm not seeing what I want, so I lose confidence, and then the loss in confidence causes the manifestation to be slowed. The law of attraction is fueled by your faith or your confidence. You can think of it as your declaration to the universe. Your choice of what you want to manifest is the steering wheel. Your choice of where you want to go. And your faith, your confidence that it's being handled by the universe is the fuel. The more faith and the more confidence, the more fuel the car has and the faster it's going to go. So every time you have these little debates in your head, you're expressing inner conflict. And confidence is the opposite of inner conflict. It's like you're not actually saying yes to the things you want to the universe. You're saying, I hope so. Don't hope. No. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, but Jeff, you're so awesome. No, you're thinking, Jeff, how can I know something that I can't see or hear, that I can't perceive in front of me? How can I do anything more than hope for something if it's not here? Well, that's a good question. So let's look at an example of something that you do know without having seen yet. The sun coming up tomorrow morning. Do you ever stop and worry that the sun might not come up tomorrow? Do you ever even think about that? Seriously, have you ever been, say, driving down the street one day and just been like, oh crap! I just thought of something. What if the sun doesn't come up tomorrow? I better stop by the store and pick up some candles and batteries and flashlights. No, of course you don't do that. You don't worry about whether the sun is gonna come up tomorrow or not. And what's more, you don't even think about that kind of thing. Such a thing is not even worth your concern. And here's the point. When you are already 100% confident and sure about something, you don't worry about it. And even more importantly is you don't even think about it. Another quick example is, let's say you're a manager at a business and you have this person that works under you and they're super competent and they're really good at their job. You give that person a task, you don't micromanage that person because you don't want to waste your time when you know this person's already going to get stuff done. You're better off micromanaging the new people or people who don't produce, such effective results. And so to not think about something at all is actually better than trying to put positive thoughts about it out there if you're still having these inner debates. If you're still having doubts at all about what it is you're trying to manifest, then don't think about it at all. Many years ago, I remember seeing an infomercial, and it was for one of these kitchen appliances or devices. It was like a crock pot or a slow cooker or something like that. And there was a catchphrase that they kept saying in the infomercial, and it was set it and forget it. Obviously in the infomercial, they were referring to, setting the timer on the little cooking thing and then just walking away and forgetting about it. But I found that this is actually kind of a good mantra for certain things that I'm trying to attract. And that's because sometimes it is better to just forget about it. Set the intention and then just walk away. My most recent job, I actually successfully manifested using this method. I was very clear in my head about what I wanted. I named the exact company I wanted to work for, the exact position I wanted to work for, and the exact number of hours that I wanted to work each week. And after that, I just forgot it. I set the intention, I was very clear, and then I just set it and forget it. I walked away and never gave it another thought. And the reason I did this at the time is I was kind of playing with this idea that if I need to remember to have these visualization exercises, and if I need to remember to send out these positive feelings here and there or throughout the day, am I not expressing to the universe that there is still some work that needs to be done on my part in order for this to manifest? And so I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do the visualization or whatever. I'm just going to go about my business. And it was 4 weeks. It was almost exactly a month. I had the exact position I asked for, at the exact company I asked for, working the exact number of hours that I wanted to work. And the events that led up to me getting the job were so serendipitous and unlikely that I could barely believe it, except that I did believe it. So at this point you might be thinking, so Jeff, are you saying that I shouldn't practice having those feelings and I shouldn't visualize having the thing that I'm trying to attract? Well, the answer to that is, it depends. Only do visualization exercises if you really look forward to them. If you get excited and really enjoy having those feelings about something that you're trying to manifest, and you can't wait to experience that, even only in your head, then yeah, go ahead and do them. Don't do them if it's something that you feel like you need. To need something is to express to the universe that you're actually worried that you might not get it, or that you might not get it in time. Need is also an expression of, this thing that I want, I do not have right now. And you really want to have the feelings and thoughts of someone who already does have it, or already has experienced the thing you're trying to attract. You don't ever really want to rush the universe, because rushing expresses need and worry and desperation. And those are not the feelings that you want to send out into the universe when you're trying to attract something. Like me right now, when I do my visualization exercises, I really only do them for things that I want way down the road. Things that I want for my career, like next year. Those are the things that I do visualization exercises for. And it's because I don't feel the pressure. I don't feel any sort of need to have it right away. I do have a rough time zone. I do want these certain things to happen early next year, but because it's not like something I need right away, I do it out of just love and excitement and anticipation, not out of necessity. Now, this doesn't mean that it's impossible to manifest things into your life that you need. You can manifest anything into your life. The only limit is what you believe is possible. You can manifest things that you need, but in order to do that, you're going to have to learn to put yourself in a state of calm, trust, and confidence. So to sort of summarize everything that I've talked about, if you're trying to manifest something, it will really help you out to take a moment and honestly assess yourself. Take a look at yourself and ask, are you manifesting out of love or fear? out of joy or out of worry? Are you manifesting out of gratitude or out of desperation? And if you find that when trying to put out positive messages, you're actually mixing a little bit of negative in there, set it and forget it. Just come to a very clear decision about what you want, declare it with confidence, and then just walk away and just go about your business. And in the following days, if it does come up, just, smile to yourself and say, I'm not going to think about it, and carry on about your day. Even distract yourself. If you start feeling these thoughts coming up, like, oh, is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Bust out your phone. Put on a YouTube video. Seriously, distract yourself from those things. It's better to remove yourself from those sort of inner debates than to try and win them. And when you do this, when you actually don't think about it and don't think about when it's going to happen, you are actually expressing a strong signal of trust in the universe, and that will help your manifestation come about faster. Also, obviously meditation works with this too, because meditation, for one thing, helps you to keep your mind and your thoughts under control. So if you don't already meditate, you might want to look into doing that. Well, that's it for me this week. I hope this video helped some of you out. If anything I said seems unclear, or if you have any questions about it, feel free to leave me a comment. And as a friendly reminder, liking this video or subscribing to my channel does take just a little click of the mouse on your part, but it does quite a bit to help me out and help the channel out and what I hope to achieve with it. Thank you for giving this channel your time and attention once again. I hope you all have a wonderful week. One love.